All right. Let's Tame Master Ninja Chapter 10. Let's get into this, y'all. This is a mission, as you might be able to tell, I'm not the most excited for. Whereas I had a lot of, or at least a few things that were positive to say about Momiji, I don't really have the same sort of opinion on Rachel as she currently is, especially when it comes to the higher difficulties. It very much feels like these girls are severely underpowered characters, which maybe if you're got a twisted sense of humor, you could say it's just lore accurate characters. But regardless, I'll try and show you like some of the things that Rachel does have going for her. As you might see, like her ultimate technique has like some shades of the Eclipse Scythe ultimate, you know, where it does like that big wave down and hits enemies. But unlike the Eclipse Scythe, it kind of doesn't do much. As you can see, that guy took it point blank range and nothing quite happened. Her physical actual attacks actually do have a decent delim rate. And she does have like a form of an Azuna drop. But like because of these things, oops. She's just a little unwieldy for me, and my brain has to get into Rachel mode right here. But there's some other, I think, issues with the character. So like as we've kind of established, at least with the play style that I use in the guide, ultimate techniques are kind of like the bread and butter, and the game very much encourages it, right? Because when you use ultimate techniques, you get like 5,000 karma score in your ranked chapter challenge. Oh, I just got kamikaze. That's so cruel. We're dying twice in the very first fight. That's amazing. By using ultimate techniques, you know, you're able to get yourself like what the single biggest accessible buff to your karma score in a fight. Yeah, okay, we got one guy delimbed, and it's just hard for me to tell. It was a little awkward. Okay, we took him down twice. I'm gonna try and like demonstrate just a few things about her kit before we get too crazy. I am getting a lot of health spawns, I guess. That is probably my favorite combo with her, when you just pull out the gun mid combo and shoot them. Unfortunately, it's just not the most effective thing. So now we're gonna dash up here. We don't have to worry about item management. This is just an herbs spiritual life. Now, the one really good thing I could say about Rachel is that she has the best projectile weapon in the game, in the sense that it is a literal gun. Oh, that was just a travesty. Absolutely horrible. Okay, we'll get this guy dead. As you can see, like, it is able to stun lock the enemies. It delimbs as well. You just have to keep mashing it. And if you want to cheese this entire chapter that way, you absolutely could. In fact, I'm probably going to do that for quite a few missions. Or quite a few fights, I should say. Just because Rachel in her current state, there's just, I don't think, really a whole lot going for her. The lack of a guaranteed delim move on her ultimate technique is quite frustrating. Like, when we see Ryu with the Eclipse Scythe in the very next chapter, and we compare like how effective that ultimate technique is, I hope it like paints the disparity between her technique and her weapon versus Ryu's. Point blank, like the enemy would be dead if that was Ryu. But she does have this really good throw. She has like her own unique Azuna drop, which is cool. The other thing I have to say about Rachel as well, which I'll try and demonstrate in this next fight. Am I going the correct way? Yes. I thought I heard enemy, but I think it's right around this corner. Yeah, there you go. The one other thing I have to say about Rachel, I'm gonna head and OT this guy just because I can. Oh, I did not hear that at all. Okay, well, we'll try this. Her Nimbo is garbage. Actually, I'm surprised I got a delim on that guy. And on that guy. It's making me eat my words. I was playing with using this in mentor mode, and it was not doing anything. Okay, still alive. Still kicking. That's what I would have said. And as you can tell, you do have a long series of fights with Rachel before you get a save point or anything like that. 360, got interrupted. Hate to see it. Get the OT before this guy does anything way too cheesy. Gonna get a guillotine throw, not quite. Still missing. Alright. Both these guys are delimbed, actually. She does have really good hit stun on her moves, really good crowd control, pretty decent delim rate, I think, on her combos. It's just then, you know, once you get that first kill, I feel like it's hard for her to snowball. Alright, I'm just gonna do this for right now. Again, like, this is a little overtuned. Like, I would love to see some of the value of her minigun kind of diminish in return for making her physical strikes a lot better. Oh my gosh, that actually killed me and hit me. This is rough, this is rough. 6 minutes in, this is how it's going. Actually, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna paint the picture of what I think an average level player is gonna be running into when they try to approach with Rachel. Like that, right there, that combo, that whole thing, like we got 2 delims, which is great. Then I get a blue essence here. I hit 3 enemies point blank with it, and nothing. Like they all survive. That is like probably the sickest OT in the game, though. Sucker for using a gun in close quarters. I feel like her guillotine throw just has a hard time getting a lock on enemies. Kick this open, right? Advance forward, gun this guy down. Rachel that is not walking backwards. Right. Like this is a little much for a ranged weapon to have. You know what I mean? Okay, I did hit that guy. Oh, accidentally beheaded the guy behind me. That's kind of cool. High key, wish she kind of had a 360 ultimate technique. I missed. And she's quite a slow character as well, right? Like, she just doesn't have the same mobility, I think, as the others. So sometimes it's hard for her to get out of the way of things. Now let's go ahead, trigger this fight. But because, I will say, like, the one big weakness, I suppose I can call it that. Well, it certainly is. It's just like, okay, we got a random limb right there, which is nice. Take him down. Is that, you know, of course, you are not mobile when you are using, her Gatling gun, really, so... Oh, that sucks. Trying to limb, maybe something will happen here. He was already kind of softened up, so yeah. That guy actually got... Maybe I'm just using on the wrong enemies. I'll try and use on some humanoids, but... I was utterly not impressed with her Nympho in my Mentor mode playthrough, but it seems to be pulling its weight just fine in Master Ninja mode. I don't know, maybe there was some stealth change to it. Or, I don't know, maybe it's just has propensity for certain enemy types. Like, you know, I can shoot these guys down, this guy's gonna get close, I can kind of walk in between, get this delim. We got a nice big combo at least. Just like Ryu, right? We can use, oh man. You know, for a big weapon like this, it certainly feels like it lacks some AoE, right? Like a lot of the attacks just feel very small in their range. The 360 feels good though. It's a guaranteed deheading attack. But against these enemies, it's not as impactful because these guys can function without a head just fine. They are brainless. But that guy did die, thankfully. All right, not too bad. Not too bad of a first course. Took us a little bit to get there, but as you can kind of see, it just feels a little stiff and punishing for Rachel. And maybe there's like some tech with Rachel that I'm not aware of. I haven't really been looking at other people's gameplay in Ninja Gaiden 2 Black at the moment. So there's probably like a whole like fancy level of doing a bunch of cool stuff. But the way I'm trying to like teach y'all how to play and approach it is if like you're learning Ninja Gaiden and you want a solid foundation of like very easy to access basics. That's sort of what I'm trying to emulate right here. And I'm curious like what other cool things are out there. That's actually a cool combo. I do have to say, like, she just has some great looking moves in her kit. I can hear those attacks. Really? I did not get that absorbed. Okay, he died from an ultimate. That's cool. So many of them spawning. Let me get point blank to these guys. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Like, against these fiends, the Nimpo, you saw that it was, like, delimbing the Bengals. Did nothing to these guys. And, you know, so in fights where we have to deal with them, it feels pretty bad. Get an UT off. I'm not really getting any guillotine throw with her. Pretty sure she has one, but maybe I'm tripping. Oh my gosh, I wanted to absorb essence. I will absorb health here. Give me more health, please. Can I not absorb it? No, I did. Okay, well, we did regenerate some of our life. I'll gun this guy down. Again, I've just had enough. Like, let me just say, like, feel free to fall back on the Gatling gun. You know, like, we're not really playing for any long-term goals in this mission, again, because this is an isolated mission from Ryu. There's no essence for us to farm. There's no item manipulations to be setting up. We just play through the level, right? I'm going to save here because we have a long, boring section. Well, maybe not boring, but uninspired level design section. It's the fight on the elevator, you know, just try and get these guys into position. I'm so lucky they didn't actually hit me. Gun them down, see if they'll give me some blue essence for killing them that way. Evidently not. And of course, if you're playing this in chapter challenge mode, you will have to be relying on less cheese to build up your score. Okay, that guy died. Give me help, thank you. Okay, he died, which is great. When did I get hit? Like, genuinely, I'm confused as to when I got hit on that elevator. And this will be, I think, most of our playthrough through this mission. I feel like just because the girls are, like, so underpowered, the short amount of fights that they have, they are a little more difficult to go through. Did not like my position at all for the camera, in case you couldn't tell. Again, pretty decent delim. That was very odd. Not sure what was going on there. I know that one thing their Team Ninja is addressing in the patch is the camera positioning and stuff like that. As you might be able to tell, you are on a bit of a timer when it comes to killing enemies. So, be quick or be dead, in the words of Iron Maiden. And I feel like while Ryu has the toolkit across several weapons to be very efficient and quick with some of his kills, Rachel in particular, Rachel I think is still better than Ayane. Ayane has like a severe issue, which I'll get into. So I'm genuinely hoping that Team Ninja, like one of the things that they are, I hope they do, is buff the female characters. Like the things I have to do to make them work just don't feel as fun. Get close. Okay. Oh, wow. Ultimate technique actually killed someone. It's crazy. And I got grabbed out of the ground before I could move. All right. Really good start. Honestly, I feel like Rachel's mission is a test of endurance more than anything, as well as just rolling the dice. Just because, like, as you've probably been able to see in some of these fights, just like the inconsistent behavior when it comes to her ultimate technique, delimbing enemies, doing meaningful damage. Like before, right? Like point blank, we hit the Bengal in the previous fight, the previous take. We only took off one limb. That one, his whole torso exploded. Here the enemy spawn. get a decent hit right there. Jump forward, 360 just for the AoE. It's pretty good. We got a lot of delimbs actually. Okay, there we go. I'm getting my proper ultimate technique cheese, my Hari Karma cheese, to work. Charge up another ultimate technique. You know, hang out by the middle of the platform. Should be in a good spot most of the time. As you can tell, like, you know, if you're able to kill these enemies quickly, you have a lot of downtime. And of course, I'm not trying to use my health items on these fights because there is a boss fight that is going to be a bit of a strenuous one for us, I'd say. So I'd rather... I have no idea what's happening, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Nimpo to buy myself time. Time to get grabbed and kamikazed. That's a great game. That is fantastic. I needed to find a spot to actually get the kill. I also wonder if some of the original design intent was, okay, well, hey, the girls' levels are pretty short. You know, we don't want fans to complain about it being very short. Okay, well, if they don't do any damage in the hardest difficulties, then we extend their playtime, right? I can't help but wonder if that was ever a conversation that came through. It's like I'd rather have, you know, a lot more intense fights with a lot more enemies and have the girls, like, feel very strong. I feel like these girls, if they were in the original Ninja Gaiden 2, with how, like, squishier enemies were, I feel like they'd be a lot more fun to play in some situations. 360. I want that health, actually. Thank you, game. Cool, we got full HP, which is actually not a bad situation to be in, I think. Okay, more health. Little awkward charging spot for the camera. But, you know, okay, I'm able to at least, I'm starting to consistently get close blank, like right in their face, right inside their body hits. I think if we're off to one half of these stages, I might be able to catch a fiend as it portals in. And of course, I'm on the wrong side. Kill that guy. No, did I absorb? I did. I absorbed it for an ultimate technique. Okay, 360 was just be able to creating a wall, barrier of a hitbox rather behind me, around me. Get the ultimate. Right? It's like I barely clipped that dude. Nothing to him. It's just agonizing to use. And now there's no. You want to shoot at me? I shoot at you, huh? You come at me, bro. I'm far enough into this fight where I just don't want to risk it anymore, guys. I'll be honest with you. You know, we were right next to that save statue. Y'all don't need to see me fight my way up an elevator again. So we hit the save, we go up. I think there's another wave of bad guys for us to fight. You know, and here's the camera just doing camera things. I'm mashing R1 actually, because otherwise it just looks down like this. So I can't look upwards. There we go again. Bengel's coming up. 360, not really doing much. Get the OT. Trying to absorb some of this essence. By the construction. That is a cool combo, but luckily in the middle of it, we get a cutscene, and Rachel just escapes the elevator ride. And then we're immediately flanked by some Bengals. Quick delim. Into a kill. Pull out the gun. No, now I get two of them. Cool, I killed one of them immediately. Okay, jump heavy. Seems to have a good beheading rate on these guys. That's like the one nice thing about Rachel. A lot of her moves, like outside of her ultimate technique, they just do pretty well for delimbing enemies. Let's come over to the shop. I have enough essence to buy 1 grain of spiritual life, so I am going to do that. If you're trying to get play this through on Master Ninja mode, you might have to avoid spending your money just to try and have a lot of essence by the end of the mission. As you can tell, like when we have to play Rachel in this fashion, where again we're not really able to just settle for killing and chaining ultimate techniques that increase the value of our yellow essence drops, our income is just severely limited. Which, you know, in a vacuum is fine, because again, the girls, they don't have really anything to get upgrades for. And it's not like playing with them is going to give us anything with Ryu. Actually, before we go ahead, I am going to run back here, because I do want to save on the statue. Because I have not taken a single bit of damage, and if there is an encounter up ahead that does hurt me right before this final boss fight, I would just like to let it go, let myself fall. No, there wasn't. Okay. Wasted my time a bit, but you're more than welcome to do that at any given moment. And now we're going to be fighting a Ninja Gaiden 1 boss. Very quickly, going to try to get myself set up. But, yeah. Here's the thing with Marbus. He's got ads around him, and they're those fiends, and we have a tough time killing them. So this is very much a battle of attrition. It took us 21 minutes to get here. Let's see how long it takes for us to escape. Right, like, it takes me a long time to kill these guys. Marbus is just, you know, doing his thing. Almost got grabbed. Okay. I will pop an herb. While he's in the air, we do want to pull our guns sometimes to hit him. He'll come down on the ground. And, you know, we'll see that his variety of attacks. We are able to do a decent bit of damage to him when he finally lands. But we don't want to overstay our welcome, because he will try to grab us on his takeoff. I'm a little scared, so I am going to heal. Again, the nice thing about, at least with these chapters, and even if you're doing like a chapter challenge mode, using items is like not a penalty, really. Oh, God. So I am just trying to force the issue. Let's go for this. Please delim somebody. It didn't delim anybody. So yeah, right? Like, I can't even rely on my Nimpo to set me up for some success here to deal with these ads. Oh, my lord. That was actually so unlucky. We got cornered, so we got hit twice. So, yeah, just be mindful of your positioning. Prioritize safety above all else. You know, we'll see that he's going to, you know, swing at us like this. And you'll note, too, if he hits us with that dive attack, he immediately gets up. He's like, oh, yeah. But if we dodge, you know, he stays down for a little bit. And, of course, as I say that, he immediately contradicts that behavior. You get iframes from the throw. He finally stays down for a second. I want to get an OT off, or OT with a UT off, because I could at that moment. Heal. And you can see that he actually has a feint with that particular dive attack. He'll spin around, and if he'll either come down at you on the first, you know, when he first pauses, or he'll pause, and then he'll come down in a delayed hit that does a incredibly high damaging command grab. Okay, good. I got a double delim on that guy. Thank you, the Lord. Oh, it's an Nimpo essence. How neat. Yeah, so we're able to dodge that one. Gonna focus down the ad before I even worry about Marbus. But again, like, I did the full combo. That guy didn't even get the limbs. Oh, like, it's so inconsistent. All right, we got right underneath him. Pretty safe. And look at that. Triple light sequence. I got punished and died. That's like the hard thing about Rachel. Ryu, you can like dash cancel out of almost anything. Rachel just doesn't have that same opportunity, really. Like, it's just a lot more committal for her to do anything. Which is fine, right? Like, I think the issue is, though, like, that you are stuck playing like that. Like, Ryu, you know, you have weapons for the given situation, and this is probably more of a point to talk about, like, all of the female characters. They have one weapon and therefore one play style, and you must either gel with it or suffer through it. All right, there we go. Pull out the gun. All right, we saw that he went for the feint. That was pretty much all the time I felt safe going for it. Try and pepper him with bullets. Right, 1, 2. All right, 3 attacks and I'm gonna back off. I'm trying to find like an optimal punish on him. Came down, we're holding block. He's gonna sweep at us, we shoot him again. 1, 2. 3 heavies was a good punish there. At the very least, we were able to dodge out of the Gatling gun pretty quickly, but we do have to just kind of pepper them and hit them with it. Okay, cool. 1, 2. All right, triple attack sequence, heavy attack. Seems to be a very safe way of going about that. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I said that. The one thing about this grab, you can heal at this point, and that will save you a death. So that is like your counterplay to that, is just have an item. Otherwise, don't get hit. And now I can't target Marbus. I will heal here. 360 did nothing really. It will dodge again. I want to kill the limbed one before he kamikazes me or something. Okay, they're all OTable at least, so I can get them out of the way, get them out of the picture. I think there's only one more wave of fiends after this. Okay, good. 1, 2. Right, if I did the third strike, I was actually punished. That's crazy. Dodge into him when he goes for that attack. Here's the wind up. Dodge into him again. 2 swings, yeah. He's not giving me anything to work with. Oh, yep, like I said, one more wave of enemies. I'm gonna try to quickly just gun them down. Okay, all of them are TEable. I think I killed one already, which is nice. He almost, like, camped me. Alright, we're in a good spot. This should be a winnable fight. Just comes down to... Don't get hit. Oh, I jinxed it. I dodged a second too soon. That is frustrating. But that's fine. You know, it's Master Ninja mode. It happens. Okay, we are able to quickly kill one of those enemies. Again, like, the power of just, like, gun cheese is way too good. But Marbus is also a high priority target for my cursor. Oh, God. The one thing I will give these minions credit for, they are giving me quite a bit of blue essence at times. Come on. Again, see him, dodge away. I'll take those hits. We didn't trigger. I feel like he has a damage threshold before he'll actually try and grab us. Again, very quick to cancel out of the gun. We're far enough away, so... Okay, 4 swings, a light, heavy, light there. And we were fine. Oof, I almost completely bungled that. Okay, good. He's giving me a nice pattern. And there, he didn't even try. I will heal now. Yeah, tunnel vision on that guy, right? Somehow I was almost not hit throughout that, and now I'm in this spot. I will try a Nimpo here. Again, unless you're doing like chapter challenge mode, you don't really have to worry about your Nimbo expenditure. But did he steal it? Did he steal that? Did he absorb that? Am I tripping? I feel like a deep memory's coming up. Oh yeah, he's doing that spin, but I don't know. I'm at the denial stage of my grief. You know, like, no, he didn't do that. Oh, okay, this runs a wash. Dead again. All right, we've been here for about 9 minutes. We had a really good run earlier on. Oh, God. And again, this is sort of like what you will just have to be ready for. Ultimate. Okay, Ultimate actually did something. Celebrate. Oh, my. I thought I dodged just at the right moment. You can have a lot of bad takes just like this, right? Okay, we got a good lock on until he got literally in my face, and then everybody jumped me. Going, hey, yo, girl, what's your number? Dead. However you spell that in numbers. Maybe it's better if I... Well, no, I'm going to try and cheese with the gun, because the gun is just locking onto these guys. Yeah, then he shoots me in the back. Now, here's... Actually, maybe if I... Is it R3 I can hit? Unlike... So, you remember when Momiji's fight, right? The Tengu brothers, you could swap between which one you were targeting with the right bumper. But here against Marbus... The camera is just always fixed to him, and I feel like that's another element that makes this fight just a little extra difficult. I am going to advance. Brother. Right, I completed the combo because I was hitting Marbus. That's actually funny. I think he died. He did, but no blue lesson. Yeah, he totally absorbed it. He totally absorbed it, this bastard. Triple light, back off. Okay, we should be able to actually make progress. Light, light, heavy, back off. Into the string there, let him get up. Dodge that. Okay, now I'm in a groove. That was good damage. Please live, thank you. I will top off with an herb as well. I did not like my position. I'm going to Nimpo. No delims. It just gave me iframes. Okay, that OT-UT did something. One herb here. I'm trying to save my grain for if I get grounded. I have the grain here, that's crazy. Okay, wait for it. Okay, we were able to see, like, there's that little bit of light around him. Oh my god, I almost got snatched. He got up so quick there, which is weird. Once you saw that camera shift, that's when I knew enemies had spawned. Why did he die so quickly? Last healing item. I'm gonna drop my Devil's Mushroom, use an Impo. As you can see, even against Marbus, it like does no damage. Okay, got a kill. Focus down these enemies. All right, we were where we were at last time when I had a really good run. Nice, light, light, heavy, heavy. Does quite a bit of damage, and we were able to clear it out. And that is Rachel's mission. Feel free to abuse the Gatling gun. Nimpo against the Bengals, the giant, giant guys. And yeah, hope for buffs to Rachel. Hope for buffs. See y'all in the next video.